I'm 27 and I have a family and I stay in shape year round. So how do I do it? And I am not making this video at all to make myself look better or have an ego about it or whatever. I have just found that in my years of experience of coaching and me being in the fitness space for so long, I tend to see a lot of fathers blame their wife and their kids for not being in shape. So it goes something a little like this. I cannot put health as a priority in my life because my kids and my wife demand a lot of my time. And first off, I just want to say this is an extremely lame excuse. Like, I've heard excuses, but this is like top tier worst excuse I have ever heard in my years of coaching. And let me just break this down specifically, because I'm going to translate this and then I'm going to have a reframe that will help you. So translating this excuse is as simple as this. Because I'm married and because I have kids, I can't get healthy. I can't eat right. I can't get in shape. So essentially you are blaming your kids and blaming your wife for your bad habits. That's essentially the translation. Now it sounds good on paper because you're like, well, it's hard for me to get in shape because I have to pay attention to my wife. Like, they're important to me. My kids are important. Like, I have to pay attention to them. Dude, I get it. Like, I'm right there with you. But let's reframe this excuse. Let me do you one better. So the reframe should be my family or my wife and kids demand a lot of my time. And health should still be a priority in my life because I need to be able to serve them better. You see how the reframe is not excusing how much time your wife and kids need. Because again, as a married man and with kids, with a family, I understand how much time that is needed. So in this video, I'm going to break down how I actually am able to stay in shape year round. Because this isn't like some crazy formula. This isn't some crazy diet that I'm on. This isn't some crazy workout schedule I'm on. It's not any of that. And to put it to you in one word, it's just consistency. Now, let's break a couple things down. Because the big constraint here is time. That's what it is. So one thing we need to look at is our schedule. Okay? I'm going to go over my schedule real quick. And hopefully this will help you out a little bit. I'm not saying follow my schedule. I'm going to go over my schedule. Hopefully something sticks out to you. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. every single day. When I wake up at 5:30 a.m., I drink my water. And also I read my Bible until about 6:05. If you want my full in-depth morning routine, I actually have it a couple videos back if you want to go check it out. Anyways, that's what I do from about 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. Okay. Now, from about 6 a.m. to 6:10, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I arrive at the gym at 6:15 a.m.-ish. Okay. Now, I work out from 6:15 to about 7:05. I go home. I'm back at 7:15, sometimes 7:30, depending on the workout. Usually I work out no more than about 45 to 50 minutes, but sometimes if machines are taken and whatnot, sometimes it runs a little bit over to 60 minutes, but for the most part, I'm home between 7:15 and 7:30. Now, why is this? Why do I work out in the morning? Why do I work out at 5 a.m.? Or why do I wake up at 5:30 a.m., work out at 6 a.m.? Why is this? Well, as health being a priority in my life, I need to make that one of the first things I do in the morning. And also I do it first thing in the morning because I'm done with my spiritual health as well as my physical health before my daughter is even awake. So she wakes up at about 7:15-ish, 7:15. She eats breakfast at around 7:30, 7:45 a.m. I'm home by the time she's eating breakfast. Sometimes I'm home before she's eating breakfast. Okay, so why do I do this? Well, I start work at 9 and I work until sometimes 6:30. Okay, I own a business. Sometimes it demands a lot out of me. Today is a great example. I probably won't get done with work until 7:30 p.m. Now, if I went to go work out at 6:30 p.m. right after work, I would basically have no time to spend with my daughter. So when people are like, well, I'm going to have no time to spend with my family if I go work out, I completely get you if your schedule's not good. And all I'm saying is I'm not saying at all to follow my strict 5:30 a.m. routine, wake up, workout. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is you need to fix your schedule. You need to fix what's actually important in your life. And this is what kind of leads me to my next point. You need to understand the distractions that are in your life. Because let's say you don't work out in the morning. Let's say you like waking up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. and you're not a morning person. Okay, fine, I get it. Now, what happens when the kids go to bed? Let's say they go to bed at 8 p.m. I would say that's pretty reasonable for most kids, 8 or 9 p.m. If they're not going to bed at 8 or 9 p.m., they're probably older to the point where they can do things on their own, right? So they may go to bed at 8 or 9 p.m. Now, what are you doing from 8:30 or 9 p.m. to 10 or 11? Because I would say majority of Americans go to bed anywhere between 10:30 to 11:30. What are you doing in between those times? I can almost 100% guarantee you it's in 3 categories. Some type of hobby, scrolling social media, Netflix, potentially video games. Okay? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that these are the worst things in the world. That's not what I'm saying at all. However, they can definitely be distractions. I'm also not saying remove them completely. What I am saying, though, is do you not believe that you can let go some of those things 3 times a week for 45 minutes? Your kids go to bed at 8 o'clock, give or take. Okay? You work out from 8:15 to 9 p.m. I'm just giving you a very basic example, right? I hope this fits into your schedule, or you can kind of change things around for it to fit into your schedule. Kids go to bed at 8. You usually start watching TV from 8:15 and you watch it until, let's say, 10:15, and then you go to bed. So why not take 3 days out of the week to not watch TV and replace that with improving your health? That's all I'm asking. Whether you do it in the morning or the evening doesn't matter. But we tend to cling on to the excuses that are like, oh, this excuse sounds really good. Because I know that I can let go of this other stuff. I know I can let go of social media and Netflix to make my time better or make myself have more time. But if I make the excuse and kind of blame it on my wife and kids, it's like, oh, okay, well that sounds a lot better on paper. But if you really think about it and you really tackle the excuse, it sounds substantially worse. You're basically blaming your kids and your wife for you having bad habits, when all they want you to do is to be there with them for the rest of your life or their life. And I really pray that this video gets put into the right hands, because there are way too many fathers out there that basically blame their family for not being in really, really good shape. But can we stop with this excuse? It is so lame, and it's can I just say it's kind of nasty. It's kind of nasty to throw your wife and your kids into this. Come on, man. You got 45 minutes 3 times a week to go on a run, resistance train, something. You got that. And if you don't have that, then you need to find a new job, because then it's probably a job constraint where you're working for 16 to 18 hours. There are other jobs out there. So I pray this lands on the right Explore page. If y'all want to know my full morning routine, then it's a couple videos back, like I said. You can check out the other videos down below as well. If you want to work with me one-on-one to get a very personalized, detailed plan, this is what I do full-time. You can just click the first link down in the description, down below, apply, and we can hop on a call together. I'll see you guys in the next video.